Greetings everyone. Today here I'm going to be doing a video on media that I have, media that I own and my parents have bought over the years, and maybe myself, but mostly my dad. These are just going to be VHS and DVD music media. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It was, music media. Yeah, so just stuff like documentaries, like TV shows, bootlegs, and that kind of thing here on the video today. Because I forgot how much this music-related, like VHS tapes and like DVDs that we have lying around. And I figured, hey, this would be great to kind of do. It'd be fun. As always on my channel, make things fun. First of all, I want to show you here. This was made from my dad back in, I believe, the late 90s, early 2000s. And this was before, kind of, I guess you would assume, if it's, if it was to be the early 2000s, the internet was sort of booming a little bit. Booming, definitely, for sure. And I think on Word or Microsoft Word, my dad made a whole page and pages upon pages of kind of like an alphabetical order of these VHS tapes that he had made. I mean, he was definitely big into making not only mixtapes, but making VHS tapes. And one of his biggest go-tos was VH1 and E! True Hollywood Stories, because he liked to watch a lot of the behind the, whatever, but etc. And this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like this. The staples. These are kind of like one of the first, a few of what he made. Paper flying. Anyways, this is what it looks like. It's just, whatever. Pages upon pages. And then here is the majority of some of the music stuff that he did was on this page. As you can tell, there's a lot of American Bandstand stuff that he kind of recorded behind the music BTM. So there's Alice Cooper, David Cassidy, all the way to Gloria Gaynor. Are you kidding me? Behind the music. That's Steppenwolf. That's great. So he always seemed to love doing these. And here's the this. Welcome Back, Kotter. Just a whole bunch of music documentaries, and mostly the 70s, and these VH1 archives too used to pop up here and there. The Who, Eric Clapton, Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix, the Hippies. So he made a whole thing and never missed anything. I'm pretty sure he hadn't missed a behind the music, or better yet, any of those documentaries back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where the 70s were kind of getting big. And he made pretty much a whole series. I hate to bring everything down, but this is what I just have here. But he made a whole volume of like the 70s marathon kind of thing, because he loves the 70s. He grew up in the 70s, duh. And when those retro things came around in the late 90s, he was like really buying into that, like really like recording all those specials and stuff. So hopefully I won't make this video so long. So first of all, here's one of the VHSs that he did make, just on a standard Scotch, blank tape. It's recorded for 120 minutes, but there used to be a show on VH1 in the late 90s, I think. It was like 96 to 98 or something like that, 96 to 97, or maybe even 95 to 97. A show called, I don't know if any of you folks may remember it, called 8-Track Flashback. It just had like different eras and stuff, and this was one of the tapes that he made. It would have David Cassidy, Suzanne Summers, and a whole bunch of those folks. And here's another Scotch tape, blank tape that he made. This one's on, let me pull this out. Woodstock and footage from that time. So he recorded the whole Woodstock movie, probably on VH1, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. Here's another blank tape that he did. This one's on. This one's actually The Song Remains the Same, the movie. I meant to find the DVD. I don't know. For the likes of me, I cannot find that DVD. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. I had to literally just dig through most of these VHS and DVDs. I mean, there's so much back there. So yeah, here's one more other VHS. This was a concert back in 1989. Now, I'm not a big fan of Pink Floyd. I mean, I can only take Piper. That's probably the only thing I can probably take, because Dark Side of the Moon and freaking The Wall. I always see those albums all the time, and I'm just getting kind of sick of that, But this is one of their concerts. It's called Delicate Sound of Thunder. This came out in 1989, and just has a whole bunch of their song from Wish You Were Here and a bunch of all that other stuff. For the likes of me, I'm not a fan of Pink Floyd, okay? Now let's get to the DVDs. This is a great documentary, folks. You should pick this up at any chance, or maybe they might even have it on Amazon. I think they do have it on Amazon. The documentary of the Wrecking Crew. This is great. This documentary here, it shows everything that you need to know. It's just fantastic. In the back here with all the performers, got Hal Blaine, Carol Kay, very young Glenn Campbell. You can tell right there. He's definitely a big, huge part of the Wrecking Crew for sure. This is a great documentary. A lot of bonus stuff too, and it has like a little section there where they kind of interview each of the members of the Wrecking Crew. Fantastic. I love that. Now, I am a huge fan of the Turtles, and you probably already know in previous videos or whatever. This was a movie from 2003 that was very low budget, and it's all from the mind of the singer Howard Kaylan. And this was sort of the period, only in 1967, where he met the Beatles and also met Jimi Hendrix, and the popularity of them, and if you will. It's a movie called My Dinner with Jimmy. Now, you can probably tell right from there it looks pretty bad. It almost looks like a bootleg, maybe a spoof movie or something. I feel like that's what it is. It's not too bad. I mean, it could be better, but I definitely enjoy it because it's the Turtles. I definitely like that. Here are a couple of bootlegs. This is from a website called VideoBeat.com. I actually bought these a couple years ago, and they have different volumes, but I kind of randomly got these only because that they had certain artists I kind of like Chad and Jeremy, the Turtles, a whole bunch of folks like that. Here's one of them. It's called Where the Action Is. It's the other Dick Clark show. I don't know if you guys remember back in the mid-'60s. American Bandstand was popular. But, this is stuff mostly from September of '66. A lot of that stuff from that time period. And then, I don't know if you, and of course, many of you folks who grew up in the '60s definitely remember the Mike Douglas show, right? Here's volume 1 of the Mike Douglas Show music performances. It has folks such as the Electric Prunes, the Raspberries, the Cowsills, Kenny Rogers, and the first edition, the Turtles, and the Vanilla Fudge, guys that did, You Keep Me Hanging On, the psychedelic version. Here's one that's fantastic. This is great. Sometimes the performances are hit or misses. This was the good old Burt Sugarman production show called The Midnight Special. This is a great DVD put together by Star Vista Time Life. This is great. It comes in the slipcase thing here. And it got so much performances and bonus stuff. Interviews with Alice Cooper, Peter Frampton. Got so much great stuff here, just so much great performances. And I love the Frankenstein live from this TV show, The Midnight Special. And then also there was the Don Kirshner rock show, and if you guys remember that too as well. Here's a, I believe this is a documentary or something like that, or maybe perhaps a thing about Stevie Wonder. It's called A Love to Love, I believe, right? A Love Time to Love. I believe this is a documentary. This has been been kind of been sitting here for a while, and I don't know if it's a documentary or I don't know if it's like something about. Yeah, I believe it is. Okay, Stevie Wonder the Man documentary. Okay, then it's got some sort of music video thing. So I should probably check this out. You know, I believe my friend, or not my friend, my brother's best friend. Hey, Brandon. I don't know if this is yours, but this is Pink Floyd, on record, on stage, and on film, 1965 to 2005. This is a DVD set based on their music, I guess, and from all their albums. I'm not a huge fan of Pink Floyd, but this is pretty interesting. I'd love to look up the history behind Syd Barrett, because that guy is pretty interesting. History, definitely a big history, big background in history behind that guy. So much tragic things happen to him. But anyways, that's that. And then here we go, the Rolling Stones. I remember getting this this November. It's going to be exactly 10 years ago when I got this DVD. This was actually from FYE, brand new at the time. Of them, all the broadcasting of them on the Ed Sullivan Show, and it's got a replica ticket too. Isn't that cool? From September the 11th of 1966. Isn't that cool? So detailed, and I love the Rolling Stones. I mean, now that I got the mono box set. Are you kidding me? I love the Rolling Stones. It's got so much great information. Here we go, another classic shot. That was them doing probably Satisfaction, and a whole bunch of great pictures. It even has like some stuff or whatever, here's them, doing Ruby Tuesday and Let's Spend Night Together. I mean, look at that, so great, those pictures. Brian Jones, I love that. Isn't that great? And then here we go again. That's probably them doing As Tears Go By, the December's Children. This is a great set. I really like that. Here's another Ed Sullivan. This is the very best of. I don't have Volume 2. This is Volume 1, and it was hosted by Carol Burnett. This is a great set of just different varieties of music and entertainment, and kind of just a whole bunch, comedians like George Carlin, a whole bunch of those guys. This is a great DVD. It's kind of short, they kind of shorten these performances and stuff, but this is great though. This is from Sofa Entertainment, and this was a documentary from 1991. So I guess you could consider it to be a documentary, but it just shows different footages and stuff. And last but not least, these are not DVDs, these are video games. Me and my brother loved Guitar Hero way back in the day, and that's how we got into real, classic rock music. And just to go through these really quick here. Guitar Hero, Aerosmith, this was from 2008. Here's the second Guitar Hero, 2005. This was actually the very first Guitar Heroes we got. Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. Got some classic songs in here, Mississippi Queen, but they have to be re-recorded. Just doesn't, which is not my taste. But anyways, folks, that's it. That's all my media, DVD, VHS, music media that I own. If you guys like this, hey, let me know if you guys have, maybe some of you folks out there may have something, a big collection like this, maybe perhaps, but there's more to that, but that's all I got. But anyways, folks, I hate to ramble on here on this video, but anyways, folks, that's it. Take care, have a great day, and bye bye. See you next time.